Hi everyone, we're on to day 18 of the Advent Watercolouring Challenge now, and we're going to do some holly. I have drawn this out. I'm going to pop a photo up big so you can draw out a little bit of holly as well, and we're going to keep this nice and loose. I'm going to try and get 4 onto this page. I've got an idea of a design onto the concertina page overall so that we fit the 24 in throughout the 20 sheets if you're using the same as me. So what I'm going to do is wet this bottom area. I'm taking it further than the holly, so I've got somewhere for it to go, and I'm going to use my round number 6. I'm still on that same palette. We're still working those colours. I have got, first of all, some cadmium yellow coming in. So I want to hit the holly leaves, but I don't mind if it goes further. In fact, I quite like the spread. I'm also going to hit a little bit behind. So we've got some faded out holly leaves. Rinse my brush. I've got this Viridian green mix that I keep mixing up. I think by the end of this I will have used a full tube, which is nice to use it really. I've got some burnt sienna, but any brown going into a bright green will dull it and make it look more natural, which is what we want. And then I'm going to start to bring this in. So I want to stick, if I can, to the holly leaves. I don't mind if it spreads a little bit further. I'm just really wanting to get that base in for now. And then I'm going to pop some little bits of dark behind. I'll take a little bit through here. What I want you to do is look to preserve the berries from getting too green. So if it starts to spread, I want you to use a dry brush and to just take some of that green away so that the berries don't end up looking mucky. So I'm going to come into some cadmium red and take this onto the berries. Doesn't matter if it flows further, this is all giving us a nice soft effect at this stage, and then we're going to sharpen it up. I'm going to use a tiny bit of phthalo blue, just bring that through these holly leaves and just in towards this centre so it starts to darken. There's not much on the brush and there's not much water. I'm just wanting to darken that bit at the bottom. So it's already looking great. I'm going to dry this off. Okay, so that's nicely dry. And I'm going to come on and sharpen up some of these holly berries. I'm not too concerned about the highlight. I can add that in with a gel pen after. I just want to get some nice shape on the berries. Now what you will notice is that I'm only picking out 3 of the berries. This is because I want some of them to stay soft. So I will talk about it all the time, which is having a combination of hard and soft edges works really well within a picture. I'm not going to use green to shadow them. I'm going to use a little bit of blue today. So I'm going to pop a little bit of shadow just on one side. It's because I've got a lot of other green in the picture and I want these to stand out, which is why I've chosen a different colour for the shadow. You can already see that they are standing out. I'm going to dry those off. Okay, so they're drying. I've got 3 beautiful holly berries and I'm now going to pick 2 leaves. So I'm going to choose these 2 this side. So again, I'm going to leave some soft It's very hard to see where the actual drawing is, but I can just about see it. So I'm going to come in and just wet it lightly. And then I'm going to drop in a little bit more of the green. So I've already got a layer that's working. This is all about just creating the outside edge of definition. I'm using a number 6. If you feel more comfortable using a smaller brush, use a smaller brush. I'm going to come through. In fact, I'm going to pick up my detailer so I can get a nice point on the spiky bit. If I take a tiny bit of Payne's grey, just take it in where these berries are, that's just going to sharpen those out from there and make it nice and dark in the centre. Then I'm going to do similar with this leaf. So I'm going to leave this one light. I'm going to come out with a bit of water on this one because this one's closest. So that's my method of choice. And again, I'm coming down to my detailer, getting really close to this berry. And then I can just pick up with the detailer a little bit of the Payne's grey again and bring that in to make that nice and dark in the centre. That's lovely and simple, but really effective. You've got a combination of hard and soft edges. You can see the distance berries, you can see the ones coming forwards. What we need, the last bit that we need, is just a little bit of a highlight. So I'm just going to dry this off. So I'm back to my trusty white gel pen. I'll pop a link in the description in case you're wanting one. You just want a tiny little highlight the opposite side to where you've put the shadow. So I'm just going to curve that round so it's following the curve, and then I can pop a little bit on the leaf here. I'll catch the light on those. I'll catch the light on the edge of the inner vein. I'll catch the light on that one there. And that is pretty much it. So I shall see you tomorrow.